Hello, good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this special meeting of the Cunningham Township Electorate to order. It is Monday, June 16th, 2025, and the time is now 6:33 p.m. This is a special meeting of the Township Electorate, which means this is not a meeting of the elected officials of the township, but rather a meeting of the registered voters of the township. Attendees who are registered voters of the township are asked to please sign in on the sign-in sheet in the back of the room. Registered voters of the township this evening, you will be the ones making motions and voting on the business, so I will call out to the floor asking for a motion and a second, and ultimately a voice vote. Please state your first and last name when making a motion or second so that we can record it in the meeting record. As a reminder, only registered voters who reside within Cunningham Township or the city limits of Urbana may make motions and vote this evening. All others may participate via public input. So our first item on the agenda is the adoption of the public input guidelines. This body is allowed to adopt its own rules. As a suggestion, I have provided the City Council public input rules because they are likely the ones everyone is most familiar with. Persons wishing to provide public input would have 5 minutes to speak. Can I get a motion to adopt the proposed public input guidelines?
Just my name when I'm making a motion?
First and last name, yes.
Nicole Muffet, and I motion to adopt the rules.
I second the motion. Do I need to go to the mic?
Yes, for it to be recorded.
Esther, Pat, I second the motion.
Okay, so it was motioned by Nicole Muffet and seconded by Esther Pat to approve the proposed public input guidelines. Is there any discussion on this motion? Okay, seeing no discussion, all those in favor of adopting the proposed public input guidelines, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Okay, that item passes. The next item of business before us is the election and oath of a moderator. The moderator will act as the chair of this meeting and will take us through the remaining items of business on the agenda. The moderator must be a registered voter who resides within the township. We do have a basic script available to help the moderator if needed. May I please have a motion to nominate a moderator?
Speaking as a member of the electorate, I nominate Esther Pat as the moderator of this meeting.
Is there a second?
Hi there, everybody. My name is Ben Jocelyn. I live at 806 East Green Street, and I'm a member of the electorate. I second the motion to have Esther Papp be the moderator of this meeting.
Okay, so the motion was made by Danielle Chenoweth and seconded by Ben Jocelyn to nominate Esther Pat to be nominator. Are there any further nominations from the floor? Seeing none, all those in favor of electing Esther Pat as moderator, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. Okay, the ayes have it. Esther, would you come over to the front so we could administer the oath and then can proceed with the remainder of the meeting?
Want me here or there? Or?
You just repeat after me. So I, Esther Pat,
I, Esther Pat,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of moderator
that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of moderator
at this town meeting.
at this town meeting to the best of my ability.
All right, and then let's just sign this.
All right. Public participation is now open. Would anyone like to address the town meeting? And if so, please walk up to the microphone and state your full name. Is there anyone who would like to speak? Do I have to ask that 3 times, or is that just no? Okay. Last call. Anyone want to speak? Oh, Sandra Otten. Oh, I'm sorry. You say your name.
Okay, so just wanted to put in my 2 cents about giving the township supervisor the okay to do what she needs to do as far as helping alleviate homelessness in any way possible, including any leasing, renting. I think Danielle has proved herself as being a good steward of our money and in reducing homelessness in Urbana, and I'd like to just see her empowered to continue that. Thank you. I'm Sandra Otten, 1902 Autumn Ridge Drive.
Is there anyone else who wishes to address the town meeting?
Hi, my name is Janice Walker. I reside in Urbana, and I kind of want to ditto what the last respondent said, in that Danielle has proven herself a wonderful person, not only a wonderful person, but a caring constituent in this community. I work with homelessness through First Followers. I see what they don't have, which is a roof over their head. No one can do anything without a roof over their head. We have people in our community who are suffering from mental health issues, physical issues, and how can they possibly address those things without a viable roof over their head? Please consider what Danielle wants to do for this community. Thank you.
Is there anyone else in the audience who wishes to address the town board or the town meeting? No. Hearing none, public participation is closed. Next on the agenda is reports of officers. Ms. Chenoweth.
I give my update at the town board meeting, which is follows this, and so I would just invite the public to stay for my update. I will be talking about some important updates about displaced residents in both Champaign, Urbana, the closure of utility assistance in the community, the significant increase in food precarity in the community, and some of the things we're looking to address in the next year. So you're certainly welcome to stay for the town board, but I will go ahead and give my presentation at that time.
Are there any other reports of officers? Ms. Chenoweth? No, okay. All right. Next on the agenda is resolution number TA 2025-001R, a resolution to delegate authority to the Township Board to purchase, sell, and lease property. Is there a motion from the floor? Yes. And if someone's planning on seconding it, if you want to follow up, you'll be next.
Todd Rusk. I move that the electorate approve and adopt the resolution to enable the township to execute the settlement as described.
Motion has been moved, and is there a second?
My name is Laura Haber, and I second that motion.
The motion's been made and seconded.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Are there any members of the body who would like to address the motion on the floor?
Esther.
Oh, Ms. Chenoweth.
I think I'm probably best positioned to explain this. So essentially, the resolution delegates authority. So the way township operates is as a direct democracy. And so the electorate meets every April to basically take votes on various motions and resolutions. The electorate can also put advisory referendum on the ballot, and you saw that last fall. There were 2 on the ballot. I think we're limited to 3 total on the ballot. So the electorate met in April. This resolution was not on the on the annual meeting, was not on the annual meeting's agenda because the board had removed it because of misunderstanding about whether this was needed. I was able to get legal clarification from our lawyers at the request of the board. I appreciate their due diligence on the matter. And then essentially, we have to have a special meeting to convey that. If you've been following township news, which I know you do on a daily basis, you might know that township has grown from 3 to 20 staff members in the supervisor's office. The assessor has a number of staff members as well, and so we're seeking either to expand on location or move to a new location. We've also received $700,000 pledge from the state of Illinois and DCEO funds to support homeless services that could go to the office or to shelter expansion. We'd like to do both, and so we're trying to figure out financially if we can basically add more units of housing for precariously housed individuals, as well as move our office so that we can all be together again, because we're renting across. We own at 205, which is the size of a postage stamp, and then we rent at 2 other locations. So because we need to move forward with due speed, I did ask for this special meeting so that the electorate, thank you so much for coming, even though it's raining outside, could give the authority to the town board. And then each year at the annual meeting, we'll be asking for that authority to be given to the town board if needed in the future. But I certainly hope to have good and exciting news for the people of Urbana shortly. And also, if anyone has questions, I think I'd be happy to answer questions about it.
And just, would you clarify, this motion is not to purchase specific property. This is a motion giving you the authority, the town board, the authority and the legal authority to do so in the future. And each of those would come up at a regular township meeting,
Correct.
Right?
Yes, so the public will have another opportunity to give input to the town board based on properties that we consider. As you know, with property acquisition, usually it's, you don't declare upfront where you're thinking of considering moving, or the price will go up 5-fold because it's the public's money. So we try to have discretion as we're looking for space. But if people have any ideas of where we should move or apartments that we should consider, please feel free to call me.
Is there any other debate on the motion? If anyone else wants to speak, you can just come up to the microphone. No more debate? Anyone? All right. Then we'll call the question. All in favor of resolution number TA 2025001R, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Hearing no nays, this motion carries. And with no further business before this town meeting, the meeting is adjourned.